Exactly-ish a year ago, I released a video entitled My 2019 Bouldering Goals. For the sake of closure and keeping up the theme of continued self-improvement, I thought that I'd talk a little bit about whether or not I reached those goals and put forth into the universe my 2020 bouldering/YouTube goals. Let's recap my 2019 goals and talk about whether or not I achieved them. My first goal was to climb 3 times a week in the month of January for an hour and a half each time. And I do think I achieved that goal because in reality my schedule did allow it once I got off my phone. My second goal was to climb in Joshua Tree, Palm Springs Aerial Tramway, Yosemite, and Red Rocks. My third goal was to be comfortable climbing in front of ridiculously strong people, and this one is a difficult goal to quantify because it's not like something you can assign a particular number value. It's also a little complicated because I think during the year I got stronger as I was getting more comfortable climbing in front of other people, and those things might have been interrelated. Like maybe I was feeling more comfortable in front of people because I was getting stronger. I'm gonna say this one was a success anyway. My fourth goal was to climb outdoors 8 times this year. That was me doubling the amount of trips that I climbed outside in 2018. I cannot count on the top of my head how many times I went outside in 2019, so I'll just insert it in post. My fifth goal was to send the Fang V3 version in Horse Flats and send Monkey Hang, which is a V3 in the Happies in Bishop. I sent Monkey Hang like a week after I published my initial video. The V3 Fang is going to roll over into my 2020 goals. My sixth goal was to send V7 indoors, which I did 4 times. To be able to climb V7 indoors but not V3 outdoors is kind of like, there's a little disconnect there. My goal 7 was to send V4 outdoors. Still haven't done that. Came really close, but it's gonna roll over to the next year. My 8th goal was to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers, which I got all the way back in February 2019. So thank you. Thank you for subscribing. It really means a lot to me. My 9th goal was to post 1 video a week, which, as you very well know, did not happen. My 10th goal was to get Bouldering Dabrets to notice me, and they did. So my first 2020 goal is to climb V4 on the moonboard, which I think is around a V5 level in my 45-degree wall indoors. I am one of those people who does not break up the types of climbs that she climbs. I have a particular style, I like climbing it, but overuse of certain muscle groups has led to me feeling a little bit owie. I think that in the new year, just to be a more well-rounded and interesting climber, I want to focus on climbing in areas of the gym that I have avoided in the past, and the 45-degree wall is one of those walls. My second goal is also a grade goal. I don't know why I said I wasn't focusing on grades earlier. I clearly am. I was unable to send V4 in 2019, but instead of just letting that roll into this year 2020, if you can't climb V4, why not set a goal to climb V5? Like I said, I did not climb the stand V3 version of the Fang, which is a climb that I hope to send this year, as well as Mothership Connection V4 in the Sads in Bishop, as well as B1 Traverse in Horse Flats, which I came so close to getting. My next goal is to climb in Yosemite in Tramway, as well as Squamish. Hopefully I get to bump into some of you while I'm out there climbing. You thought there was going to be a joke, there wasn't. My 5th goal is to follow a 6 or 12 week training plan and stick to it. I have never prioritized training outside of climbing. The only type of climbing I've done is just casually going to the gym and chatting with the people there and climbing whatever I feel like climbing. And honestly, climbing is supposed to be fun, but I think there's something to be said for the kind of type 2 fun of working really hard for something that you really enjoy. And I do enjoy training and self-improvement, so I think that this year is the year where I finally feel ready to do it. My 6th goal is something that you have been asking me to do for the entire year, which is to learn how to lead. This is the year that I swear it's gonna happen, and not only do I want to learn how to lead indoors, but I also want to try sport climbing outdoors. Let's transition into some more personal goals, because there's nothing better than being vulnerable to complete strangers on the internet. One of my goals for 2020 is to launch a Patreon, and I think this is a perfect time to segue into the sponsor of this video. Hello. I am the sponsor of today's video with an important message. I'm giving myself a little bit of time within this video to talk about my Patreon, which I just recently released. If you are like, why does Jen have the audacity to do this right now? Then you can skip to this point. Patreon is a platform that allows me to provide exclusive stuff for people who want to pledge a certain amount of money per month. The way I have it currently set up, there are two tiers. One is $2 a month and one is $5 a month. Each one of those tiers is going to get exclusive stuff that you will not find on YouTube or anywhere else other than Patreon. Basically, depending on which level you decide to pledge, you will be getting an exclusive feed where I talk about things that are a little bit more behind the scenes. You'll get some insight into my training. There will also be multiple Patreon exclusive videos per month. I also have physical things that I will be sending out as a token of my gratitude. One of them is this Jen Sends sticker. Another one of the physical goods is a pin, which is the same design but a little bit smaller. Put it on your chalk bag, your backpack. Could be a fun conversation starter when you're at the gym. If you're worried about the financial commitment, I just want to say that this is going to be a very limited run. I'm not planning on having a Patreon indefinitely. I am planning to attend graduate school in September-ish, and I will definitely not have enough time to provide both YouTube content and Patreon content. So know that if you do sign up for the Patreon, there is a finite period of time where you will have to pledge, and a finite period of time where there's this opportunity to get exclusive stuff between now and September of 2020. With that all out of the way, let's resume the video. My 8th goal is to collaborate with 3 different climbing channels this year. I already was able to collaborate with my good pal Jason. I don't know if that was this year or last year. If you haven't seen the video, I'll link it over here. I think that collaborating with 3, especially since there's so many new bouldering channels that are popping up, will not be difficult. And if you're someone who thinks you want to start a bouldering or climbing channel, I highly recommend it and you have my full support. Maybe we can collaborate someday. I've got 2 little extra goals. I don't know why I call them extra goals, they're just as valid as the other goals in my videos. My extra goal number 1 is to be able to do a handstand, and my extra goal number 2 is to do the middle splits, as well as the side splits. I'll add that as well. It is really just what my self-actualized version of myself would be able to do. Those are my 2020 goals, so I hope that if you haven't set any intentions for the new year or goals yet, that you have been inspired to do so. I highly recommend goal setting. Hopefully one of your goals this year is to watch a lot of Jen Sends. So let me just help you out by suggesting 2 different playlists of videos that you can watch after this video. Thank you for sticking around on this kind of personal-ish feeling video. I promise there will be more of what you're used to coming very, very soon, as well as a lot more. So until then, thanks for sticking around, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. All right, bye.